What is happening, guys? How's everyone doing today? Let me just fix the mic and we'll get going. Perfect. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a great day. I mean, the market did pump yesterday. We did catch a cool trade. But I also want to speak about what's happening here with OKB. I honestly don't know what happened here, but it looks like I was looking at the chart just now. It pumped over 45% in 30 minutes. There wasn't like an exact news or anything that came out. I think it was just someone said it's just a fancy term. We're printing money while you watch. So I mean, OKB pumped 45% in 30 minutes, which is absolutely crazy. So that's very interesting to see what's happening there. You can see OKP's momentum faded quickly through bullish growth and macroeconomic factors, keep it sensitive to the market shift. So yeah, it wasn't like there was actually like no news driven thing that actually pumped this token, which is quite interesting. But yeah, anyway, let's get straight into the charts. Obviously the market's looking good, looking green today. So we want to chat about potential setups, guys. We want to chat about potential trades that we can take today. It is a Wednesday. So we should get a setup today, hopefully. I am still in that one trade that we took yesterday, but let's get straight into it. So how are you guys doing today? Let me know how you guys are in the chat, and also comment some tokens. So we got XRP. What's up, Yogi? Comment some tokens in the chat so we can definitely go over all of your coins within today. All right. So this was the trade that we did take yesterday for Pump, right? So Pump did pump around about 21% to this high over here, but you can see we are getting rejected from our TP1, which is that liquidity zone. And the problem is right now with this token, the reason why I've taken off most of my profits at TP1 is because we are stuck in this bearish fair value gap over here, right? So we need price to obviously close above that level. I do have stop loss like at entry price. I do have the stop loss at entry price, but yeah, it looks like we did take out the highs within this morning on Pump. This is obviously not a good sign because you can see we just made a lower high as well. So yeah, I did take most of my profits off over here. You can see we didn't even break that previous high in the 15 minutes. Okay, so that's also an important thing to note, right? If price actually broke this previous high on the 15 minutes, so what I mean by that is I would want to see price close above this level over here, but you can see that just didn't happen, right? Price closed literally respecting that level, a bit of a double top. So this could potentially come back down for Pump. Okay, so make sure your stop loss is at your entry price here, guys. Make sure your stop loss is at your entry price. And yeah, I'm just gonna hold potentially for TP2 to get hit today, and maybe TP3 depending, right? So yeah, I mean we're still up, like I'm up over 300% still on this trade. So I mean there's no need for me to just close all my profits here. I do think that this could continue going higher. Okay, so Pump is one of those tokens that looking super nice right now, but just be careful that you can see our price couldn't even close above this previous wick, which is why it was our TP1. Okay, how's it, guys? What's up, Ashful? What's up, Azad? What's up, Shorts? Neon, please do XRP, of course. And Keith, Zora. Awesome, guys. We're gonna go over all the tokens, guys. So that's Pump, beautiful trade that we took yesterday. Still holding a little bit of it. Stop losses at entry. Let's go over XRP because that was the first requested token. XRP. Andy did speak about this yesterday as well. He was speaking about that potential bounce from this level here. So I think he is in a bit of a long here. Honestly, XRP, as long as price holds this previous support here at around about 3.11 or 3.12, that was my key level for yesterday, right? I was waiting for price to. Oh, actually, have a look at this. I kind of like this. So we did get a bit of a breakout here. Let's see how this reacts at this level. This is a potential like bull flag kind of thing. Potentially we get a push here, guys. I'll be honest with you. Potentially we get a push here for XRP today. So I'll be looking to take longs off this trend line here. I'll be honest with you. Let's have a look at the lower time frames. There is a potential here, guys. That was that fake out. So this is just a deviation, right? So this trend line is still valid because we do have multiple touches. This was obviously just a clear fake out, and now we're getting that retest, right? So, for confirmation, if you guys are wondering, oh, why don't we just enter now? Well, you could potentially enter now, but what I would want to see here is, you can see there's this bearish fair value gap sitting right over here. Okay. So I'm a little bit sick, guys. So just excuse my voice, and sometimes I might sneeze as well. So I've been sneezing a lot this morning. But anyway, so basically, what I'll be looking at here is beautiful, right? Have a look at this level here. If we extend this level to the left here, we can see that this is a clear level, right? So what I'd want to see here for XRP is, because on the 4-hour time frame we did get that breakout, right? And we didn't close above this previous high or that high, but we are respecting this previous trend line. Okay, so what I'd want to wait for here is a 1-hour candle close above this level here, right? So we're gonna write it in. So 3.23997. Okay, so what I'd want to see here is I want to see a 1-hour candle close above 3.2397. okay, 3.2397 isn't going to be the key level that I'll be looking at. Okay, and you guys are probably wondering, why is this level so important? Well, I'll make that a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. But essentially, this is an important level because this is what's holding price down, right? You can see our price is getting rejected from the zone multiple times. We have throughout, just this previous couple of days, right? Since the 9th of this month, right? We have multiple reactions within the zone. Once we do clear this level, see what happens. We do get a bounce, right? So I would want to see price close above this level here on the 1-hour time frame, right? Before I jump into longs. So this would be a good setup for the day, and then you can look to put your stop loss just below this low over here, because you can see we did actually take out this low this morning as well. And then you can look to target like all of these highs to the left hand side here. Okay. So that would be my setup here for XRP today. So will I take the trade now? No. Reason why? Because we're still below resistance, right? In order for me to take the trade, what needs to happen? We need to close above key levels, right? And we do have a key level right over here at 3.2397. So in order for me to take the trade, we close above that level and then we go long. Okay. And then we go long. So this is something that I'm looking at for the short term. Okay, I mean, this is looking kind of clean. We are getting that bounce there, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, we could even potentially get this trade within the session. Yeah, let's have a look at the 50-minute time frame. You could also play this. Look how these levels kind of correlate with one another, right? So you can play that breakout as well. Okay, so I'm gonna play that as well, because even on the 15-minute time frame, if we had to just take out this level, you can see how they correlate with one another, right? So we have that bearish fair value gap that we're looking at, but we also have a fair value gap sitting over here with on the 50-minute time frame. Okay, so you can see to the left hand side, we have multiple levels sitting at this zone. Okay, so you could even look to take a long off the 50-minute time frame above this key level here. Okay, so that's something to look at. But I can't take the trade now, guys. Don't front run this trade. Just wait for the candle to close. There's more than enough time to get into this trade. We have a lot of upside potential. Don't jump into the setup right now because we are below resistance. Okay, we are below resistance. What happened to the music? I didn't loop it. There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. It's quite a cool track. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at for XRP. I think once we get above this level, I mean, look how beautiful this is, right? 4 hour. So make sure all your time frames align, right? So 4 hour time frame broke out, clear downtrend breakout over here of this resistance over here level. Got a clear retest, broke the lows over here. So it took out the liquidity. 1 hour time frame, holding this level, bit of a double bottom, took out the low on the 1 hour. Want to see price get above that bearish fair value gap over there. 15-minute time frame, same thing. We got a trend line as well. Obviously getting rejected right now, but only taking the trade once we get a close above that level, right? Why would we take the trade right now? There's no reason to take the trade right now. We are below resistance. We're below a bearish fair value gap. We need to get above this level here. And fair value gap is just resistance. Basically, it means people are potentially selling in these areas, right? There's like an imbalance between price. So you can see there's this massive selling pressure over here, okay? So this candle over here was a huge selling pressure, but what happens? Some people don't get their orders filled, So what happens, price will tend to come back up to these levels and take out these orders and then potentially push price down. So in order for price to continue going higher, we need to see price take out these levels and take out all these sellers in the market to continue going up, okay? Otherwise, it's just not valid, right? Why would we take a trade below resistance? Doesn't make sense, okay? So that's going to be the trade for the day for XRP, but right now it's just not valid, okay? All right, can you check out SPK? We can go over Neon. Let's go over Neon, and then we'll go over Zora, and then I also want to go over OKB as well. But can you look at SPK? Of course, guys. Of course, I'll go over everything. Let's have a look here. So we're looking at Neon, right? NO. Is this the right one? Let me know. It must be this one. I don't even know what this token is, but we'll have a look. I don't really like these low. I'll be honest, like these low cap tokens. I can't really do tier on it. I'll be honest. I mean, how are you meant to do tier on this when there's just so many wicks, bro? Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what to do here, because this is just low liquidity, right? It's just people buying and selling. I don't know, I would have to do more research into this token, because this is one of those tokens where, I mean, if you look at this chart, it's just got absolutely smacked. But I mean, you could argue that we are supportive here, but let's have a look to the left. You know, I mean, it is at a key level here. If we do push this and then we can extend this, extend right, bang. Yeah, so if we extend that level right, you can see that, let's just move, we are at support. So I'll be honest with you, this is probably your best opportunity to go long here for Neon, but I don't know what this token is. I have no clue. I hate trading tokens like this on futures, but I mean, for spots it does look kind of good. I would never trade this token on futures because of these wicks. I mean, this would absolutely get rinsed, right? Let's just say you took a long over here, or like a short, right? You would have got absolutely mothered, right? So just be careful if you're going leverage on this token. You know, put tight stop losses, but I'd probably just go with spots. But this is definitely a key level here. You can see on the weekly time frame as well. We are getting, this is your previous your previous high when we open as well. So this is definitely a bounce zone for Neon. So I would expect a bounce here, I'll be honest with you. Neon EVM, is this the one? Oh, am I on the wrong one? No, it's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah, so that's what I'd look at. Okay, so I mean, this is definitely the key level. You pretty much back at all these key levels over here to the left hand side. So I would probably, if I had conviction with this token, or if I knew anything about it and I was confident, you know, with holding this token, then this would be the buy zone. It has hit the buy zone, so this is the opportunity that you know, you can present yourself if you wanna get in for a potential buy. Okay, but yeah, for me right now, I just don't really know much about this token at all. So yeah, alright. Can we look at Zora? Yeah, let's have a look at Zora. I think a lot of people were skipped. Here we go. Yeah, so perfect. So basically, guys, Zora did have that breakout over here the other day. I mean, this was your breakout. So basically, what we had, I did look at this chart a little bit yesterday, and I saw, but essentially, so price came up, then we got a rejection again, and then what we had over here, we have that breakout, right? Breakout, retest, perfect retest, and then we had a new high getting formed, right? So what happens now is we're probably going to see a bit of a retracement here for Zora, and this is going to be the buy zone right over here. Okay, so if Zora were to come down over here, I would be looking to potentially get into a long over here, back up to the highs for Zora. Stop loss just below this previous low over here. So this is something I would look at for Zora. Alternatively, we could look at this level over here as well, right? Because basically, as you can see, if you look at the chart, price is getting rejected from this bearish gap over here. Okay, so if price were to close above this level and we didn't get this retest over here that we're looking at, then we could look at a potential long off this level over here as well, right? and then you could target potential highs, or all-time highs, right? But right now, I would expect price to come all the way back down to retest like around about this zone over here. Okay, so make sure you put your alerts at around about 0.09685. Okay, that is going to be the key level. I don't think you guys can see this. Can you guys see this? Let me just put it up to like 22 so you can make it a little bit bigger. 0.09685, that would be like the key level to jump into a potential long opportunity for Zora. Okay, so I do think that we're going to come down a little bit here today. For Zora, definitely looking like it wants to retrace. We're getting a rejection off here, this level here. If you look at the lower time frames, we did break structure over here. We did actually break that high, but yeah, I would expect price to come down a little bit, refresh the chart, get a nice retracement, jump into a long back up to the highs. So that would be the best scenario for Zora. Okay, alternatively, if that doesn't happen, then you just wait for price to close above this level here, 0.13070, and just wait for that to occur. But why would you? The thing is, you can't really take a long right now. Same thing as what we were speaking about earlier, right? Taking longs at weird levels, at mid of the ranges, it just doesn't make sense. You want to, my whole thing is, you either wait for price to retest a certain level, or you wait for price to break out of a certain level, or break like a trend or something like that. You know, make sure that the structure is there, right? Right now, the structure is not here to take a long. We need price to reset, take out this low over here, potentially grab liquidity, take out, come retest this high, or price comes and breaks above this level, and then we know that continuation is more valid, right? But I don't know if, to be honest, like this is a 50-50. If I take a long ride over here, we could easily reset and come down, right? But if I take a short over here, we could easily come up and take out the highs. So that's why I just be patient and wait for the setups to come to me, rather than just playing the 50-50 guess. Okay, right. all right. So that's what I'm looking at for what is this token, Zora. Let's have a look at SPK. Can you check out Jupiter? Yeah, of course. Can you check out Dude token from Doodles? Also, I want to do an NFT stream sometime next week, because NFTs are looking decent, guys, and they are coming back. So do you remember NFTs back in the day? I literally used to buy and sell NFTs in 2021. That was like my part-time hobby back in the day. And then obviously, what happened, NFTs got absolutely rinsed, and literally there was just no one trading them anymore. But they are coming back slowly. So I do want to obviously get back into that. I did enjoy that back in the day. So SPK, I did buy some spots at this level over here at 1.72 the other day. That was my key zone, right? What is this level here? I did come straight back down to this level this morning, right? Or late last night. Getting a nice reaction. So let's have a look at SPK here. Let me just remove this, make this a little bit bigger. Yo, I don't like what's happening here. Can you sure? Right, I don't like what's happening here. Can you see how many wicks we got over here? So this is showing me that price doesn't know what to do, right? So this is all just a bit of a 50-50, right? This is 4, 8, 12, 16 hours of just pure nothing, right? Literally 16 hours of just pure nothing. All right, so what can I do here to take long for this token here, for SPX? Well, we either wait for price to potentially come down and take out these lows. So that's the first thing. But the second, the more obvious scenario would probably just wait for price to break above this level over here. Okay, that's when I would go long, because if you look at the 15-minute time frame, you would see exactly that level being respected. Beautiful. So that's what I would wait for here for SPK. I would want to see price get above 1.8579. Okay, 1.8579. If we get above this level, then beautiful. We take the longs to the highs, and then potentially look for a push all the way back to like 2.2829. Okay, but we just can't really do anything right now. There's nothing we can do when we're having so many dojis. So dojis are basically just indecision candles, right? So you can see there's just so much indecision here. People are trying to buy up into this resistance, people trying to sell into the zone, people trying to buy up, people trying to sell. Yeah, so a lot of indecision with SPX right now. I just realized you said SPK. So I'm doing the wrong token. I'll go over SPK after this. But essentially, guys, what I'm looking at here is, you know, if we do break 1.8579, then that would be your entry to go long. There's just nothing, like, what can we do here? There's nothing we can really do here to go long. Okay, but does that make sense? Okay, why would we take a long going into resistance? It's the same thing as what we were speaking about earlier, right? Just wait for price to close above that zone, right? Let's have a look at SPK. I did go over the wrong token there, my bad. I mean, this is not looking great, I'll be honest with you. Right, so we have this level here. This is obviously the key level. Okay, so this is your key level here. We do have this massive resistance level over here. I mean, this is kind of looking clean in a way. It's looking like a bit of an XRP trade. Do you guys remember XRP back in the day when we had that 200-day? It wasn't even that long ago. It was like a couple of weeks ago, but it's giving me the same type of vibe, right? Where price kind of just goes sideways for a whole bunch of months, right? For like 2 months, right? Goes sideways, and then what actually happens? We should get a bounce from this level here. So I would expect price to hold this level here, and then we play the breakouts when it does come. Okay, and then we can look to target these highs over here, and then we can look to target these highs over here. Okay, I do think that this is a good accumulation zone for SPK if you have a lot of conviction with this token. You know, this is a nice reaccumulation structure. I would expect price to continue higher from these levels here. Obviously, we did get quite a nice sell-off here, giving it a nice reset to potentially look to continue higher. But honestly, guys, this token is looking really decent here for a potential spot buy. So I'll be honest with you, this is your buy zone, and yeah, right. For spot, like I wouldn't. The thing is, guys, with some of these tokens, I just don't really go futures trading because it doesn't really make sense. The problem is, unless you go like really low leverage, like 2 to 3x leverage, some tokens are just really volatile, guys. And you know, some people, if a massive whale sells his bag of a low liquidity token, you know, you'll feel it a lot if you're on leverage, right? But within spot, you won't really feel it, right? So just be careful, right? This is your buy zone here for SPK. Anything within this zone is a potential buy zone. To be honest, I don't think we're going to take out these levels over here. I do think that we should get a bounce from this level. I do think we come down a little bit more though. Yeah, I do think we come down a little bit more. How's everyone? What's happening, guys? Welcome to the stream. I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you so much for joining. Did you do LTC yet? No, we haven't. Rose looks like it wants to pump. What about Cybercoin? Will it go down anymore? Let's have a look. Check out Dogecoin, Jupiter. So we've done most of those. We just did SPK. We haven't done Litecoin yet. We'll go over Litecoin, definitely. I do want to go over Jupiter. That's going to be interesting because Jupiter, I haven't actually looked at this token in a couple months, right? I haven't looked at this token in a couple, the last time I looked at this token was July, right? We're looking for those sells, if you guys remember. Yeah, because we broke structure there and we're looking for sells off that level. But yeah, we are still below this key level here, which is a key level, which is why I did draw it in. So same thing here. It's the exact same setup as what we're looking at for the other token, right? We need to see price get above this level. Beautiful resistance / support zone over here, sitting right above here. I want to see price close above this level here, guys. I do want to see price close above this level here, 0.5523. okay, if price can close above 0.5523 on the 4-hour time frame, guys, this is when we can go long. Stop loss just below this level over here. TPs at these levels, you know, potentially. You know, we do obviously have this level here as well that we can't really ignore, 0.6253. So for me right now, guys, it's all about just waiting, right? We wait for the perfect setup. We don't jump in right now. We're at resistance. Market can retrace, right? The market's super overextended, guys. Super overextended, which means there is a possibility for a retracement, right? And we just don't know until we get these candles to close, right? So it's important to wait for price to close above this level here at 0.5523 on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, I do emphasize 4 hours because this this is exactly what we need to happen, right? We need price to close above, right? We need price to close above this level here, the 0.5523 level, and then we take the long. Okay, so I'm actually gonna put an alert here. This looks kind of juicy. This looks kind of juicy. This looks kind of juicy. All right, so that's Jupiter. That is Jupiter. I will be posting this later in the TG group, right? So I will be posting this a little bit later. Let me actually get the TG group open for you guys, yeah. If you guys do want to join the Telegram group as well, guys, make sure you guys do check the link in the description. So basically, I'll just quickly run it down in 1 minute. So, this is the Telegram group that we do post all the setups on. Yesterday, guys, we had a beautiful trade. We had a pump trade yesterday. Literally, we caught it at 0.00367. That was our entry. And we smashed our TPs, guys. We made over 300% on this trade, and it's still going to continue going higher. So we still have a few more TPs of like 0.42 potentially, and then 0.47. We'll see what happens. But yeah, what a trade. If you guys do want to join this group, make sure you guys join. Links in the description. And it's really nice. I mean, we just post signals every day. It's free to join. You just have to obviously use the link. So yeah, make sure you guys get on that. And yeah, we do try post signals every day. Obviously, it's hard when we don't get these candles to close, but it's all about being patient, guys. It's better to get one setup where we make 300% when we get a whole bunch of setups where we don't, right? This was a hype setup. I mean, this thing absolutely pumped as well, but we got stopped out of break even. But it's always good to protect your capital, and that's what I'm really good at. I always manage my risk correctly. All right. So anyway, that was just a bit of a shout out to that group. But let's look at some other tokens here. What are you guys looking at? So this is Jupiter. We wait for the 4-hour candle to close above 0.5523. Right. What about Algo? Bang. XRP is in the green now. Yeah, we went over XRP already. I'm watching from the start XRP. If you haven't already, I'm watching from the start XRP. If you haven't, yeah. So I did go over XRP in the beginning. I did go over XRP in the beginning. Can you check out Doodles? We'll go over Doodles last because I will have to go on a DEX screener. But I will definitely go over it. We'll definitely go over it. Let's have a look at Litecoin quickly. Litecoin. I was actually looking at a long yesterday for Litecoin, guys. It's a bit of a pretty, yeah. I was waiting for this 1-hour candle to close above this level, this 127 level. Yeah, can you see how we got to close above? But the problem is, like, we would have had to enter off this level here, right? We would have had to enter like 128. I think Litecoin hits 136 today. I'll be honest with you. I think Litecoin hits 136 today. Let me just share that screen. I'm on the wrong screen here. 1 sec. So this is what I was looking at for Litecoin yesterday. We didn't actually take the trade. I wanted to take the trade yesterday, but I did miss it. I was a little bit late to take this trade, but we did get that close above this bearish fair value gap over here, above that 127.19 level. I honestly think we're probably going to see 136 today, which is that previous high. If you look at the daily time frame, right? It's these levels to the left over here. Okay. So Litecoin's looking super juicy. I don't know why my screen keeps freezing here. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. So Litecoin's looking super juicy here, guys. I'll be honest with you. But the problem is we can't really take the trade because of the fact that it's already really pumped, right? We would have only been able to take the trade yesterday, like most tokens. So in order for me to take trades now, we do need to see some type of retracement or some type of retest of key levels, right? Or some type of breakouts that we obviously spoke about just now, right? With all those other tokens we went over, okay? But Litecoin, yeah, I did call this out in the live stream on Monday. If you guys do remember, so I'm pretty sure some of you guys would have taken it if you guys do obviously listen to the streams. But yeah, I do think we hit 136 there. Because if you even look at the weekly time frame, guys, we are super close to breaking out of this massive You know, this was literally December last year, guys. So Litecoin's had a massive comeback, and yeah, it looks kind of juicy. It looks kind of juicy. I mean, this was that weekly breakout from so long ago as well. Have a look over here. I mean, that was that weekly breakout. Beautiful retest of that $70 level, and we got a massive pump. Honestly, if we somehow close above this level here at 136, around about like 141 on the weekly time frame, then I would expect Litecoin to just actually pump, because this key level here has been holding Litecoin down since last year, guys. Literally last year, December. So for the whole of this year, we've kind of just been trading below this level. So once we break out of this level here at around about like 140, 141, Litecoin could pump to like 300 instantly. Not instantly, but like within a couple days or a week, right? So a lot of tokens are setting up for a bit of a pump, I'll be honest. So don't sleep. Thank you, brother. More power to your channel. Your screen is still showing. Is Pulse Chain a good value trade right now? I'll have a look. What about Algo? We'll go over Algo as well. Farcoin, what good entry for Chainlink? We'll have a look as well. So I think Litecoin's a good spot buy, guys. I think Litecoin, it's a no-brainer. I've been buying Litecoin since like these levels here, around about $80. But I do think Litecoin takes out all these highs eventually within the next 2 months. Because I'm going to sell, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably going to sell all my crypto at the end of October. And then I'm going to, I think we're going to dump after that. I think it's going to be a bloody December and November. But I think October, we're probably going to see a local top. But that's just my personal opinion. So I'm probably going to sell pretty much everything in October. So we have these 2 months, guys, to pump. I honestly hope that we do. But, you know, nothing's guaranteed. But Litecoin looks kind of good, yeah. Let's have a look at Algo. Right, so Algo. Ooh. Okay, so Algo looks kind of good here. All right. Yeah, so that's we called this out last week. I'll be honest, it's so hard to keep track on like all the stuff that I analyze on a weekly basis, but I know most of you guys are keeping track on the tokens that you guys give me. So sometimes I won't, like, you know, I've got so many tokens here to go through, right? It's hard for me to give a setup on everything, but this kind of played out perfectly, right? We tapped that 0.65 fib level. We came down, we got a bounce on the daily. The daily candle did close bullish over here. You know, we did expect a bounce from that level. Same thing here, guys. Oh, it's looking beautiful, actually. Looking absolutely beautiful, yeah. All right, so let's actually grab this rectangle right over here. All right, so we're grabbing that rectangle just to show us where our key levels are. So we have a beautiful key level over here. Can you see how these levels just correlate with one another? It's absolutely amazing. So we have multiple supports over here, multiple resistance. We have a bearish fair value gap. Price is getting stuck here, guys. So what happens when price gets stuck? It shows that sellers are in control, right? Especially at a resistance, and it's at support, it means, you know, obviously buyers in control. So in order for me to take the long, it's the same thing, right? Wait for the price to break out. And I think a lot of people just don't have patience, which is why they get absolutely rinsed in the market. So I have a lot of patience with trading, because if you have patience, you will get rewarded, right? The longer you wait, okay, our entry could be worse, but we have more of a probability of a trade, right? Which is I'd rather have a shit entry, excuse my French, but I'd rather have like a bad entry than having a less probable trade, right? I'm pretty sure most of you guys would as well. It's all about, you know, handling the motions, but just, you know, you guys can give me a good reason to long here. I have zero reason to long right now. We at such a strong level here. We could easily come down and reject from the zone. So in order for me to take a long for Algo, we have to get above 0.2779. We just have to, right? Otherwise, I'm not going to take the long. It doesn't make sense to me to take a long at these levels. Okay, wait for price to close above that level on the 4-hour time frame. Then we take the long back up to 0.3185. Okay, simple. TIA looking good. Pulse chain. Let's have a look at that as well. We'll have a look at TIA. Let's have a look at TIA quickly, and then we'll go over pulse chain. Because I was looking at TIA this morning for long as well. Because it did retest our level. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we did expect a bounce from this level over here, which is why we had that arrow going up. But I mean, anyone can just put an arrow. But let's have a look over here. What can we do here for TI? Let's have a look at the daily. Beautiful daily closure. Nice bullish engulfing candle to engulf this whole bearish move over here. Bit of a retest of that trend line. I'll be honest with you, TIA is looking like it's going to pump there. It's showing a lot of strength right now. What I'd probably wait for is, the problem is we do have some key levels that we need to get through first. I think TIA could be a good spot opportunity right now, but in terms of futures, just wait for this. Okay, I'm just going to extend this. Just move that a little bit. All right. So what I would want to see here is I would want to see price get above this level here, 1.936. Sorry, my nose is super blocked right now. All right, so I would want to see price get above 1.936. Bang, we get above there. We look for longs to take out that level. Problem is we can't take longs right now. Have a look left, guys. If you're always struggling with like, why is he taking a long here? What is happening? Well, because we are taking a long here because we have so much resistance to the left hand side. Why would we take a long at this level? Why would we take a long going into resistance? We have so much traffic in front of us, right? I like to use the word traffic because it's a massive traffic jam what's happening. Because if price were to obviously, literally break this level, then the robots are going on, right? But in terms of taking a trade now, it just doesn't make sense. We are at a huge resistance level here, guys. I know it looks bullish, daily time frame looks bullish, which is fine, but make sure all your time frames correlate with one another. Wait for the candle to close above 1.936. I know you guys it could be a worse entry. Of course it's a worse entry, but we have more conviction. We have more, the probability is higher, right? The probability is higher for us to take the trade. So just wait and be patient. I know it's hard to be patient, but you don't want to take a trade into resistance. You'll get absolutely rinsed. Sometimes you won't, but sometimes you will, right? It's a bit of a 50-50, all right? So wait for price to close above 1.93 and then we take the trade. So just be patient and wait for it. Don't jump into it now at all. Or you can if you want, but personally, I would never jump into a trade at resistance. We have so much to the left hand side of here. So guys, I know a lot of tokens are looking good right now. So it's all about just having a little bit more patience, and then also just joining the group as well, because we did catch a beautiful trade yesterday. I'm still holding this one, and we did, obviously Andy's also chatting about his trade setups as well today. So make sure you guys do join that group. All the stuff's in the description. So potentially we're going to take quite a few setups. I mean, we have TIA, we have XRP. Oh, what happened? Yeah. XRP, guys. We didn't close above though, bro. Okay. The 50-minute just closed above. Okay. So what is happening here for XRP? So the 50-minute time frame just closed above that bearish gap, right? Which is something to look at. Okay. But we still have to wait for that 1 hour confirmation, right? Like I said, wait for the 1 hour candle to close above 3.2397. We still have 41 minutes. So I have to be patient here, guys. The market could easily retrace here. Just be patient. Wait for this to close. Although it probably just could pump here as well, I'll be honest. It kind of looking bullish. The problem is I need to see price close above this level, because anywhere below this level here on the 1 hour time frame is telling us that we can't get rejected. So XRP, it's a bit of a pity here. Hopefully we can get that retracement back down to the zone on the next 1 hour close. If not, we just have to look for another setup. Okay. Dogecoin. Someone did want to go with Dogecoin. I mean, I'm still long on Dogecoin, guys. If you guys do remember last week, we did obviously get into a long for Dogecoin. When was it? Here we go. We took a long at Dogecoin at like 0.21036. So right over here, we took a long at 0.21036, and we just actually hit TP1 right now, which is crazy. Finally hit that TP. Next TP for Dogecoin, we're looking at like 0.28626. That's gonna be like the next key level. And then yeah, Dogecoin, I'm gonna hold this one until like 0.5. I'll be honest with you. Dogecoin looks super sexy right now. It looks super juicy. About to break this previous high over here. A lot of tokens are looking quite good right now. So there's literally, I wouldn't be sleeping right now. So we do need to obviously break above this previous high over here to the left hand side. Can you see? Price needs to break above this high over here. Once we get above there, you're probably just going to see continuation. Yeah. And if I do speak a little bit quick, just please let me know in the comments, because I'm quite ADHD, so I do speak quite quickly sometimes. And then I sometimes don't even know what I'm speaking about, because I do change the subjects quite a lot. But yeah, if I do speak a little bit too fast, just let me know. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys would have told me a while ago. So I think we all good there. So Dogecoin looks good, guys. I know most of you guys got into this long over here. I mean, what a beautiful trade, right? We literally we're up around about 18%, which is beautiful, which is absolutely beautiful. All right, so that's Dogecoin ICP as well. What was I saying about? I mean, ICP. Remember last week? I think it was Monday, or was it last week? I don't know. But I was saying that ICP is still stuck in that range, guys. I mean, it's been stuck in this range for so long. Bit of a sideways chop for since March 2025, beginning of March. So I've been accumulating on spot because of I do think ICP is a good one. And getting ICP at $5 is crazy in like my eyes, right? I don't see ICP coming lower than that, and I do think we should at least take out these highs eventually. So you're looking at quite a nice move to the upside of like 300%, 260% for a spot. Like, I mean, that's crazy. So I do think that ICP is a good one to hold for a spot bag, but for futures trading, it doesn't really make sense to long at like a mid range over here. But spot's just looking unreal right now. It's looking absolutely unreal. Yeah. But yeah, I would want to see price get above like 6.2 for a futures trade, and then we can play the breakout to like 7.2. Okay, but that could only happen next week. Okay, what about Saber? Will it go down further? Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot about that. My bad. Saber. Yo. Oh my God. What happened here? When was this? I don't even remember when this was. I remember we took a short. I think it was I took the short last year. Yeah, I remember that. That was a crazy short. This thing, it was a beautiful reaction from that level. And we had that massive breakout and then came all the way back down, broke the lows, and then that was that whole bear market, right? But I mean, Saber is back. I mean, I love this. I love what it's doing right now. Jeez, I don't know why it pumps so hard though. That's crazy, bro. I think this is a good level. I think this is a good level over here for Saber. We have multiple support level over here, multiple support level. I think that this is pretty much the lowest we can go. I'd be looking to accumulate within these areas, definitely for Saber. I mean, that was a huge pump. When was that? Yesterday, bro. I don't even remember this. Oh my God, it pumped 180. What happened? Do you guys know what happened? Yeah, I have no clue. But yeah, it looks super good. Just be careful. I do think we can potentially fill this wick though. That would be amazing. But yeah, looking to definitely take it along, or like a spot, guys. I don't think longing here, because the problem is if you had a long position running, your stop loss would have to be like below here, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, your stop loss would have to be like below here. So like there's just no ways I could jump into a leverage long here. But for spot, I think that this is your key level here, 2.68 for Cyber. Okay. Don't forget grass. Yeah, exactly. Oh god, listen up it. I see. It's weird, like upward. Whenever tokens get listed on upward, we always see that pump. But yeah, I do think that being for Cyber, being back above resistance here is kind of crazy. So I do think that you can look to get some positions from this level here. So interesting. Yeah, we have to do our daily grass. That's actually so true. Let's go over grass. I mean, grass, we add, let's have a look, yeah. Let's have a look what's happening. 1 second. Just need to quickly check this. Perfect. All right, so grass, grass is just doing grass things, not really doing much. Excuse me, I'm just about to sneeze. Oh, I caught it. I caught the sneeze. All right, so basically for grass, what I want to see here is, okay. So first things first, we did obviously close above this level over here. We are respecting this support as well. I do like how it's holding this level here. So on the lower time frames, there must be some type of resistance here, / support. Okay. So we do have this level over here. We are getting respected from this zone. What I would want to see here is if we can somehow break above this level today, that would be our entry. And then we can also play the breakout. Beautiful. I'm liking this. Okay. So grass, can we take a long now? No. Can we take a long later? Of course. When can we take the long? Well, we can take the long when we get priced above this level, right? That's the only trade that I would take right now is once we get above this zone over here, we'll put the alert here, bang, 0.8273, we can play the long to 0.8830, okay? But trading, like I said, guys, I know a lot of coins are looking pumpy right now, and you're like, oh my god, what's happening? Anything can happen in crypto. The market can dump whenever, right? So you just have to, don't have FOMO. Like, leverage trading is something that can happen every single day. There's a new opportunity. Every single week there's a new opportunity. If you missed something like yesterday, if you missed that trade that we took yesterday, it doesn't even matter, right? That's yesterday's problem, right? Just focus on like the present and focus on the future. Don't look at what happened yesterday. Don't look at the past and like, oh, I missed that pump. Don't think like that. I mean, that's the worst mentality ever. Rather just focus on what's in front of you and what's what we can change, because we can't change what happened yesterday, right? So this is what I'd wait for here for grass. Wait for price. We're going to put an alert here, bang, potential trade if we close above 0.8273. okay, so just be patient, wait for these setups to occur. I will be posting all of these analysis in the altcoin analysis after the stream, just so we all know that we're on the same page. But yeah, that's grass. Hit the like button. Yeah, guys, if you can hit the like button, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. If you guys can hit the like button, that would be amazing. How's Audi looking? Yeah, let's actually have a look at Audi. Let's actually have a look at Audi, because I haven't looked at Audi in a while. I used to trade this token back in the day. But I sold most of my Audi a while ago. I sold most of my Audi. Like, yeah, this thing looks terrible, bro. Like, I don't know. This doesn't look great. In terms of like spots, it's at $10, but look how much this got rinsed, right? It got absolutely destroyed, which is crazy. So anyway, enough about that. I do want to see this level get broken today. Let's have a look over here on the daily time frame. Okay, so if we look at the daily, we do have a little bit of a trend line, but it's a bit of a reaccumulation. We are obviously holding this level here. I would have to go to the lower time frames to get like an entry here. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, okay. 4 hour time frame showing that this is pretty much the only level we have today for Audi. Okay. If we get above that level for Audi, let's have a look to the left. If we want to drag this to the left over here to see if this is a valid zone, we do have multiple reactions within the zone. Okay, have a look to the left over here, guys. So if you guys are wondering, like, okay, he's drawing these levels, but why? Well, the whole thing with trading is you have to try to find levels that are correlated with one another, right? So like with this level that we just drawn now, this is a strong zone, right? Whenever price hits this level, we do get a reaction, right? We do get like a rejection from this level here at around about $10.8. Then what happens if we close above this level? We tend to like move up, right? And then we come down, we respect this level again. And then what actually happens, we come all the way back down. We come straight back up to where? This same level, right? Then what happens? We break above, retest this level, and then the same thing, right? Come down. So this level is super, super, super duper strong, right? So strong. So in order for me to take a long, what has to happen? We have to break above the level, right? And you can see same thing coming straight back to like current price action. Multiple rejections from the zone. So I would want to see price get above this level. I do want to see price get above this level over here. So let's actually draw this in. So basically what you want to see here, want to see price take out this level, bang, and then we look for longs to the upside. Okay, so that's something I'd look at. 10.966, we get 4 hour close above there, then we can take the longs. But until then, I don't really see much opportunity here for Audi. I would expect a pump here, but the problem is, I don't like how we broke these lows. Can you see here? We broke the structure over here, we broke the structure over here, and in order for me to go long, we need to break these highs, because this is kind of bearish. This price action here is kind of bearish. So in order for me to be confident in the setup, we need price to break this previous high. Okay. Otherwise it's not valid. It's not valid at all. Yeah. I'm currently up 800% since yesterday on Pump Fund. On Pump Fund. Let's have a look at that. Pump Fund. Excuse me. Pump Fund. I mean, yeah, we did get a pump there yesterday. I think. Let's have a look. Is this Pump Fund? Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look here. Pump Fund is the same as Pump, right? I guess it's the same price. Yeah, it's the exact same price. Yeah, so I mean, I'm still holding this trade, guys. We still got so much more upside here. We've got 0.04277. We still got 0.0047. We are below this key level here. This is our first TP. It's kind of just been chilling here the whole morning. So I'm still holding quite a bit here. I did sell most of I saw like 50% over here at TP1, just because of all these reactions we've had at this level. Stop loss is at entry price as well. But yeah, I would expect price to continue higher. 0.0042 today. Easily, we should hit that today. I mean, if the market does continue going up, hopefully it does, right? So yeah, pump's looking lekker. How about Farcoin? I'm looking at. No, let's have. Where did you leave stop loss? BE or higher? No, I put my stop loss to entry price. Always put stop loss to entry price. You can't even put it below this level here, but I've taken most of my profits off the table anyway. How about Farcoin? Yeah, let's have a look at Farcoin. I was actually meant to look at that. So Farcoin got a nice reaction. The problem is it didn't hit our zone, bro. I was waiting for price. I think yesterday. When was it? Yeah, so I was looking for like 0.7381 for Farcoin. I was looking for a little bit lower, guys. I was looking for, you can see, because Andy was also saying, he was accumulating Farcoin. But I was waiting for price to dip a little bit lower, 0.77 to 0.71. We didn't really get that. We kind of just got a bounce straight from this level. But we'll have a look over here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, the problem is we broke structure. This could be a dump angle. You guys are probably asking, what do you mean? Well, basically, guys, we had these lows. Can you see it? We have all these lows, these lower highs. Sorry, these lower lows. I mean, these higher lows. What am I saying? And what actually happened, we broke structure here, guys. We did break structure. This could have been a deviation or like a V-shaped recovery. But it's also breaking structure, which is not great. So, I mean, I wouldn't play the short at all because the market is bullish. But just be careful with taking a long with this level here. I'll probably wait for price to take out this level right over here. So we have a bearish fair value gap sitting right over here. You know, I'd wait for price to take out that level, definitely. Okay, so bang, wait for price to close above here, 1.1426. Then we can play the long to the highs. Sorted. All right. So that's what I'd wait for Farcoin. But like, that's the thing right now, guys. I know the market's looking good. You know, if we look over here on like the last 15 minutes. Let's actually look at the last 1 hour here. Excuse me. Yo, my throat's so sore today. Let's have a look over here. Dogecoin, yeah, we were looking at Doge. You can see the last 1 hour. Most tokens still bullish, guys. So look at the last 4 hours. I mean, OKB, that was crazy. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, the OKB pumped 45% in 30 minutes, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, it's one of those rare cases, right? That just tends to happen in crypto. I mean, I can definitely go the other way. Remember FTX and all of that stuff, right? So, you know, it's always good to put stop losses and all that. All right. I'm not in Farcoin, but I'm interested. Yeah, same. I'm also interested. So I would look for Farcoin here at 1.1426, definitely. If we can close above this level here on the 4-hour time frame, bang, we can jump into a long and we can play the long, right? Like I said, guys, the markets, so basically in this type of market, the market tends to leave a lot of people behind, right? And you know, sometimes we don't even get these closes. So like same thing with XRP, it left us behind. It's a bit annoying, but it did leave us behind here, guys. Check. So we did look at this in the beginning of the live stream. You know, we were waiting for the 1 hour candle to close above 3.2397 and have a look. It didn't even close above and it just left us behind, right? So sometimes it just happens. You know, you can't catch them all. But we had the right idea, and that's the main thing, right? So if you miss a trade and then you're like, okay, well, oh yeah, Chainlink. I'll go over Chainlink as well. But yeah, we did miss the boat here. I'll be honest with you, we did miss the boat. Bit annoying for XRP, but is what it is. You know, just patience for the other setup. We have so many other setups today. So we have TIA waiting for TIA to close above there. We have Algo as well waiting for price to close above there. We have SPK. We have a buy zone here that, you know, potentially looking at a huge breakout here for SPK here, guys. Massive push to the upside. We have, you know, Zora potentially coming down to these levels over here, 0.968, and if not, we play the breakout at 0.130. We have WorldCoin. No, we don't. We have Neon. Not much there. What else do we go over? Farcoin. Yeah, Farcoin. And then we also have Grass as well. Grass is looking decent. All right. Oh, I can't see the chart. My bad. Thank you. I don't know why my OBS does that. It's super annoying. But yeah, we do have a lot of tokens that we're looking at. So you want to look at Chainlink? Let's have a look at Chainlink quickly, and then I'm probably gonna call it there, guys. I need to go take some medicine. Yeah, we did miss this as well. So Chainlink, have a look at this. We're literally looking at this level the other day. Okay, so with Chainlink, we wanted to play the breakout, right? And we wanted to play the retest. And the problem is with Chainlink it's the same thing, right? Sometimes we don't get the retest and we just get the front run, right? So what I was waiting for, I said Link is showing strength, but we need to see a retest of 20.2, right? 20.2 before jumping into longs. I have put an alert within this price range so we can play the bounce, and we didn't get that at all, bro. Like, bit annoying. We came down. The thing is, like, there was no real reason for it to bounce here as well. You know what I mean? There was no real reason to bounce there for me to play the long, I guess. I mean, we could have seen that, okay, it's holding the lows, or we could have maybe played the breakout over here, but it's just too chopped. It's too chopped. So with Chainlink, I think it's just going to continue going higher. But the problem is we can't play the long at these levels. I do see Chainlink hitting 31 within the next couple of days or week, next 2 weeks. So, but yeah, we couldn't get the entry. A bit annoying, a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Don't look back, always look forward. So yeah, that's my motto. That's the motto. SKL, I think we've gone over SKL in the beginning. BSW, let's have a look at BSW, and then this is going to be the last token, guys, for the live stream today. I do hope you guys did enjoy the lives. If you guys did enjoy the live stream today, please can you just like the stream? It would be amazing. If we can get to like 40 likes today, that would be insane. That would be insane. It's not that hard as well. It's like one click as well. Anyway, let's have a look at what is this token, BSV. Let's have a look here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So where to go short? Okay, well, where to go short? I mean, I don't like these. What is this token? Like, I don't like these low cap tokens at all. Like to trade. But let's have a look to see like where the levels are. Let's have a look here. I mean, it's kind of holding this previous low. So I don't think the going short is the way right over here. But have a look at this. This is something to note. We do have this massive level over here. Okay. So basically what I would wait for here, we do have a massive fair value gap right over here. It's a bearish gap. Okay. So basically just think about fair value gaps as support and resistance. Okay. Essentially, you want to see price, hold this level or break above this level. If price were to break above this level, then, this invalidation would be, you can't really go short at these levels. Okay. But, if we were to hold this level and, get rejected and take out these lows, let's have a look here. Let's go on the 1 hour. I mean, look how chopped this is. I mean, that is a huge chop. Probably what I would wait for is like a trend line breakdown here. This is something you could look at potentially. Yeah, if we can close below, I'd want to see price close below at least this level over here though. It's so frustrating, bro. Right over here. Okay, so what I'd wait for is, if we were to close below this trend line over here for this token BSW, then you could look to play the shorts. Because I do see what you're looking at. I do see why you're looking at the short, because of this massive gap over here and this huge wick to the upside. Multiple daily closes getting rejected from this level. So I do see the short opportunity. So I'll definitely wait for that. You would wait for like a 1 hour candle close below this level over here, and then you could play the short to like these levels to the left hand side over here. Bang, round about there, and like here. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. I'll do one more chart. So you guys want to do pi? Let's go over pi one more time. OKX. Boom, boom. We'll do one more chart. Check it. I remember what was this year? I was trading pi. Let's actually go back and see what I was doing. I don't even know what this is. I was looking for longs back up. I was looking to take out these highs, but the problem was we already took out those lows, so it didn't even manage to take out those highs. Anyway, pi right now, nothing really. Pi, to be honest, I don't think it's like one of those tokens to even really consider for that spot. But I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't really I mean, what can you really do here? I don't like getting into tokens that have all these massive spikes, right? It just doesn't give me a lot of conviction. It means that someone could easily just sell all their bag and you get absolutely railed, right? So I don't want to be in a token that could potentially do that, unless it's like a meme token and like, you're willing to lose all the money that you put in. But like if you're investing in spots, like if you, like for example, if you invest in AVAX, right? Oh, AVAX also looking good, guys. I want to go with AVAX one more time. But if you invest in AVAX, you're not gonna lose all your money on AVAX, right? You could lose some, but with like PAR, there's such a huge risk with like potentially just getting absolutely rinsed, right? So just be careful like with allocating money within like these types of tokens. I mean, look at this, right? And that's a huge sell-off. And then if you go back in time, you don't want this to happen to you, right? You would have a huge anxiety, right? If you're putting a lot of money in that you can't afford to lose. But I mean, that's with anything, right? Make sure you guys are trading what you can afford to lose, especially within crypto, because we all know it's volatile. But yeah, I think PAR for now, I mean, we're still below levels. This is bearish. I would have to see price get above this level over here. But I mean, I'm not really interested in PAR, I'll be honest with you. But I want to go over AVAX for the last token. The reason why I want to go over AVAX is because it's holding this level here, guys. And I do think AVAX is one of those tokens that can pump super hard here, because have a look at the weekly time frame. We hold this level beautifully, and I think that AVAX at $24 is just beautiful. Yeah, AVAX can potentially come up all the way back up to $100. I'll be honest with you. I think it could. Maybe not 100, but maybe 50. So let's have a look at the lower time frame. So what are we going to wait for here? So we're going to wait for, let's have a look at the 1 hour time frame quickly. Let's have a look here. We're going to have to go on the 15 because there's nothing really presenting itself there on the 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, I do expect a bounce from this level, but there's no real trade here, I'll be honest with you. I think just more of a spot buy for AVAX. So I'd probably look to buy spots within these levels. We got a nice, beautiful trade over here. The problem is on the daily time frame, we do have this bearish gap over here. So for me, I would have to wait for the daily candle to close above 24.98 tomorrow in order for me to even look at a leverage trade for AVAX, because we could easily get rejected from this level, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm all about waiting for candles to close above or below key levels, okay? So for me right now, it's just not valid. Wait for tomorrow. We'll come back on Friday. Well, I'll go to live on Friday, yeah. So make sure you guys do join for that live. But I'm sure if you guys are part of the Telegram group, we will be able to get this trade potentially tomorrow, because for AVAX, we just can't take the trade out because the daily candle is still below this key level. Okay, but yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here, guys. XRP, and so I've done everything. I've done XRP. Thanks for the excellent TA. No worries. Thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate everyone for joining today. It's been such a good stream. I appreciate everyone for being here, guys. Okay, we'll check one more. We'll check super. And then I'm gonna call it, guys. I need to go get my medicine. Yeah. Alright. We'll do one more coin here. We'll do super. Well, yeah, I mean, this is what I was looking at for super. I'm still waiting. I'll be honest with you. I need to see 0.95. I need to see 0.9524. I need to see 0.9524 get taken out. Okay. I need to see price break above 0.9524. If we can break above that level on the daily time frame, then cool. Then we go long. But I just can't take the trade out. I mean, honestly, if we look at the 4 hour, let's go to the 4 hour. I can see what you're looking at, but I just don't like how we're not creating bottom wicks over here as well. Remember, we need to see like bottom wicks in order to grab liquidity. Yeah, personally, it's just not a trade that I'm willing to take in terms of like the risk to reward, right? I'd rather get the close above here and then we take the trade. Get the close above 0.9524 and then we take the trade, okay? All right. But yeah, I appreciate everyone for joining. I will be back on Friday. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure to like the stream on your way out. get it to 40 likes. I think we're almost there. We just need 3 more likes, and then yeah, see you guys on Friday. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the group. Cheers.